Hi there, it's Grania from Grania Need Coaching. I just wanted to answer a specific question that somebody asked me over the weekend about toxic relationships and basically why people stay in toxic relationships when they really are, if the truth be known, miserable. I mean, if you really ask yourself, when you recover from a toxic relationship and you realise, you look back and you go, I was miserable. Then why did we stay? This is the question. And actually, what's really, really, really interesting is when you first break up, because of the different psychological processes that are going on in your emotions, with your mind, you're going to feel very, very different. You're going to feel like, I don't understand what's going on here. For some reason, I don't even like this person, but I don't want to be separated from them either. I don't feel comfortable being separate, because you have developed a sort of codependency. That's what the narcissist does in one of the things they do in the relationship. So why is this important? Because when you first break up, what's actually happening, when you don't realize this, what's actually happening psychologically is that you're breaking up with an idealized version of yourself. So let's go back to the beginning. When the love bomb happened at the very beginning, if you can remember that, the narcissist or psychopath would have made you feel like you were the best thing in the world, nobody else was like you, you're this, you're that. And a lot of it is based on a snapshot of you, of when they met you. And so there will be truth in it. So at that time, that's one of the reasons why narcissists are so good at acquiring supply and acquiring people, making people sort of fall for them, because they use this idealized version of yourself to lure you in and kind of go, well, oh, this person's crazy about me. Oh my God, it's so intoxicating. And it is intoxicating. So that's why it works. So what later, when you actually break up, you've gone through the devaluation and the whole discard, all that, when you actually break up, what's happening is you're not trying to break up with this actual person, with the narcissist. What's actually happening is you're breaking up with the idealized version of yourself. So guess what? That's almost impossible. You can't do that. And the only way you can do that is to individuate, as according to Sam Barkin and Richard Grannon, if you look at any of their work. Basically, when you break up with a narcissist or psychopath, you have to go through a number of psychological stages and steps in order to recover and to rebuild your life. This won't happen normally, it won't happen organically, and that's why you see people soulless eyes after 20, 30 years after breaking up, and they're not able to function still because they haven't recovered. And the reason they haven't recovered is it's not a natural process. What happens is there's a number of stages that you have to recognize and realize that you need to go through, and that's what happens in the coaching process. So when you break up with them and you're thinking, I don't even like this person, why am I so impacted by this? Why is this so hard? And also, why does nobody else understand? In fact, I believe society gaslights you even more after you break up from a toxic relationship. Why? Because they'll say things like, well, it's been a year now. Oh, it's been 6 months, it's been 3 years, it's been 20 years. Why haven't you recovered from that breakup? The reason you haven't recovered is for this exact reason. Until you understand that you actually have to go through a breakup with yourself, so you have to individuate into a new person. That's why you have to transform. And that stage, which is very exciting and it's brilliant, trust me, it works. But if you don't know that, you're going to feel horrible. You're going to feel so terrible, and your emotions are going to take over everything you do. So much so that you'll kind of go, I can't function, nobody understands me, and you go into a spiral. So it's really, really important. Nowadays, it's fantastic. You have YouTube videos and you have so many things on social media that will help you, but it also can be overwhelming. And it also can be quite confusing because there's contradictory advice out there depending on what you're looking at. So it's very, very important that you put time into yourself and go, right, I need to find out what's going on with me, why I'm feeling so bad. Definitely go to therapy if you're feeling really, really terrible and you're not functioning and you're not coping on a day-to-day basis. You need to go to therapy and get some help, and it will help. It will help you to move forward. With my coaching, I work from the therapy situation I'm not a therapist, but what I will do is move you forward and give you the action steps to transform your life, so that what the person that you become and the life that you have after my coaching is much better than what you had, the old version of yourself had. And that's the idea behind it, and that's why it's so exciting. So don't lose hope. It is exciting, it's fun, you will be so happy afterwards. So I just want you to make sure that you understand that the reason you're feeling bad on a day-to-day basis is because of that process. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you, in a sense of wrong with you. It's that you have to work through these psychological processes. You're probably ruminating, thinking about all the negative thoughts all the time. So this has to stop. You have to change your life around. You have to go like, I need to get myself some help because I'm not functioning on a day-to-day basis. I'm losing my job, my children are up in a heap, whatever it is. So that's what coaching does for you, and especially after a toxic breakup, you will not recover, and you'll know that yourself, because you'll be saying to yourself, why am I not even better after a few days, after a few weeks, after a few months. Most people will recover quite quickly from, if it's a healthy breakup, and actually there's a normal grieving process that everyone should go through. And that's one of the things I'm saying to you: don't go into other relationships if you've broken up with someone, especially a toxic situation. You need to have this time on your own to individuate, to understand what happened, to understand why you were targeted by this person, and how you need to recover and rebuild yourself afterwards. So that's the question. I'm hoping the person that asked me that question, that I've helped them there, because I know they're feeling really bad, and I feel so bad that when I hear people going through this process, when you don't have to, you can be really happy. In fact, you will be you'll be the happiest you've ever been in your life, because when you understand what's going on, and actually when you build the wisdom into your system, your psychological system, you will find a way to love yourself so much, and self-care, and do all the most wonderful things that you want to do in your life. So you're going to be actually better off after this. I mean, I often think to myself, I'm actually really, really grateful that I personally went through that, because I wouldn't have learned what I've learned. I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that now, because of what I've learned. So a lot of people don't learn that, and they just stay stuck in that situation. That's what I'm here for. You don't need to stay stuck. Get help. Make the call today. Take action. You almost straight away you'll feel better. Okay, thank you.